Okay, folks, I hope that my volume and everything's working okay so far. I am not quite sure. It's been a long time since I've done a YouTube live, so I'm going to give it a shot today. Hopefully, you guys can hear me good here and I can navigate this correctly. So, we're going to just give it a good shot. And then if it doesn't work out, we'll learn as we go again. But we're going to get back to having some fun throughout this summer and helping some people out with some of the things that are going on in my life that I think are positive, successful. I think we just got to start counting on God to put that joy back in our hearts where it belongs instead of what the world's throwing at us, right? So, hey, this is Thomas Dubois. For those of you that don't know me, I'm just a regular, everyday guy that has fallen in love with serving people and fall on my face and get back up just like everybody else. But today, I want to talk to you about a few things that make me more secure, make me feel good about moving forward in the future. Also, let's get those off. They're just a little bit too bulky for me today. But let's just talk about a little bit about what gives you the freedoms and the securities to make moves in your life and to move forward. And I'm integrating that today with precious metals. So I'm involved in a few things in a few different ways that make me really excited and happy and secure about where things are going. And I want to give you some real live examples of some of that. And so I'm going to talk about why precious metals hedges our futures and our present and for opportunities and why that gives me securities and helps me to feel more freedoms in the things that I'm doing because many years ago, I don't even remember, it was 20 plus years ago that I started to collect silver eagles. And I think it was Pastor Tom Roth that got me involved in that at one point. And I started to collect one a month was the goal there, and I figured, gosh, it's something, you right? And if I can increase that, I'll increase that. Well, the truth is many a months I couldn't increase it. Some months I couldn't spare it. So I did what I could, and then it got to the point that I was buying a roll, or I was sneaking into trying to figure out what it was like to have bullion and to hold bullion in your hands. And one of these days, on one of my next few lives, I'll share a few realistic, real live stuff there, and we'll talk about that. But today I want to talk about, there's many things in life that as we try to move into the higher quadrants of business and get excited about the things that we're doing, that if we have a security blanket, it feels so much better and easier to do. For instance, if I was to be given an opportunity today, or was to run into an emergency, both of those things, because of my precious metal, I have a lot of security in those areas. So let's just talk about that. When you're doing riskier, higher dividend or higher paying type of investments, maybe you're in cryptocurrency. Maybe you've taken a shot at a retail business. Maybe there's something that you're doing in your life that is a little bit more risky that you hadn't done before or whatnot. Well, as we hedge that with something like precious metals, and there's many different things to hedge it with, but precious metals gives us it's got the stamp of that it stands the test of time and has as far as we could go back. I have a partner and a friend that real good at giving the stats of it all, but I'm just going to talk from my heart about it all. And so when I make some moves like that, I also then think about my diversification. and always factors in now that that I have a little stack maybe that, okay, if this and this happened and that went totally abrupt, or bankrupt or bad, that, sometimes I'm struggling for words. I haven't done this for a while, but if that all went really, really bad, then what, do I have the cash or precious metals or the bank account to do that? Well, so it's always really, really good to know that at any given time I could pay my bills or do what I needed to do, because I've hedged my bet, right? So I've hedged my bet to make sure that Laura's taken care of, the kids and grandkids are taken care of. If they needed an emergency or something like that, or a little help in life, right? We all need that every now and then. I thank God every day for my brother helping me out in my past, and on those days that I got myself in positions when I didn't have anything to hedge it with, he was there. Freedom in life is having the ability to hedge that, and know that you're diversified enough in a few areas that you you might still get worried and nervous about things, but it's not quite that bad. Now let me also talk to you about the security for our future there. Okay, since it stands the test of time, it goes to figure that it will stand the test of time moving forward, correct? Okay, so that's absolutely incredible. So knowing that I can apply this towards retirement, maybe a special trip, or whatever the case may be. Emergencies. Okay, so now I want to talk about a couple of times that that I've taken some of my precious metals, had to go to my safe deposit box or whatever the case may be, and go ahead and go down the street and find a somebody to cash it in, because I needed to pay for something on an emergency basis. Well, that's actually happened to me more than once in the last 20 years. Okay, maybe two times that, a couple times just needed some extra cash flow for a few things. I remember back in Team National when I first got my success in network marketing that I cashed in a little bit of gold and silver to go on one of the cruises I won, because I didn't have enough cash flow, right? And so didn't have enough cash flow to go on that. So you know what? Just like that, because it stands the test of time, and you can you're not losing a lot if you're selling at the wrong time, if it's an emergency. Buy low, sell high if you can, right? And so we're going for that. Okay, so that's happened more than once for more than one reason. Okay, now here's a big one that happened, gosh, maybe a year ago. Okay, maybe a year ago, I was presented an opportunity that I feel is an opportunity of a lifetime. Matter of fact, that got me to be a little small portion holder on an investment that will pay me for life, I believe. And I didn't have the cash flow at the time. Any small business owner knows, or wrong time of the month, cash flow is weird, okay, or whatever, or certain things, taxes, whatever, had to be paid, and cash flow was different. Well, at this time, I was able to grab a very substantial amount of my at that time of gold and turn it into an investment that will continue to pay me, that I felt was a good swap and a good trade. If I wouldn't have had been hedging my life with precious metals at the time, that opportunity would not have been there. I would not be back partnered up with some of the dearest people in the world that I love. See, part of what I love is that I get to partner up with the people I want to partner up with and the people I love and care about. And precious metals gave me another opportunity for that. So whatever the case may be, I believe that today, more than ever, I'm not going to go into all the stats of what's going on in the world, what's going on with BRICS, what's going on with the political realm, with the dollar and all of those things. You read about those daily. So just don't fool yourself and get get involved in something that gives you some sort of security feeling while we see all of these things happening before our eyes. So I've talked about a couple of ways to make things not as risky and to make some security around things and to also open ourselves up for opportunity. I believe a key component there is definitely not the dollar. It's definitely not risking everything and all eggs in one basket, but precious metals will be something that will be here, be secure for you, help you to take risks, and help you to feel secure in each and every move that you make on a daily basis. If you would like to know how I accumulate some of that and how I've done that over the years and how I'm doing it now, absolutely doing it now, okay? And sharing how we're doing it now. But I'd love to get you that information. Either put a comment in. I also put my email in there. Whatever the case may be, I will personal message me. I'm not hard to get a hold of. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeves. I don't try to hide my information, and I'm here to serve. But we have some massive movements going on. Why? Because we're seeing precious metal go up and down a little bit. Great times to buy, great time before we believe it's going to go up a lot more, all of that good stuff. I'm also, of course, in the cryptocurrency game. So this is my answer to some of that higher end risk or moving around and just don't want to slow my step down. Now that I've been blessed, I want to increase that abundance. And I believe I just shared with you guys some ways to open up that door of abundance a little bit wider, a little bit more, and so you can reach a little bit stronger. God bless you all. I love you. Thomas Dubois, otherwise known as Tommy Boy, signing off and wishing you an incredible Tuesday. If this Tuesday's this good already, boy, wait till the weekend. All right, everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.